Good morning, friends. Today's topic is PC Sarir. PC is typically the correlative thing which is present in our body, known as muscles in contemporary science or modern anatomy. So, PC Sarir is not defined in descriptive manner actually, but it is just summarized with the numbers, with the types, and the embryological classification. So in Ayurveda part, that is paper one, part one, it normally comes for 4 marks, especially if it wants to come, and then some muscle is typically attached with it for the description. So muscles part you have to study from the modern anatomy part only. Here the basis it we have to study the concept mainly. So here in this lecture we are going to describe classical description of muscles as well. Basically Sushrut only, but some of inputs are also taken from some other authors also. So first of all, introduction and definition. The term Pesi has its origin from Sanskrit root word pis masa vyuvi. Masa is a general term described under the Saptadhatu, but when this differentiates into flesh or differentiates into some structures which are having some specific shapes, this will be known as Pesi. This is said by Dalhar. So there is one sloka, Mas Avyap संघाता परस्परम विभक्त पेशी इति उच्यते. It's taken from Susur Sarit, chapter 5, Dalha commentary. So there is big piece of mass is there, flesh is there, and when it is differentiated into different types, to different shapes, then it will be known as पेशी. One definition is given by Indu, the commentator of Ashtang Sangrah. पेशीय पुनः स्नावय आकृतियो मास मध्य. One more is there given by Chakrapani. Pesi Dirgh Mas Pesi Akara. Pesi is defined as a complex structure made up of parts of mass, but these parts are separated from each other. These resemble to snayu. Snayu here is taken just for the comparison of shape, that is elongated with central fleshy parts. So any part of mass which is having elongated and have some central fleshy part will be known as pesi as per these authors. What is the importance of muscles? As we see in modern time, muscles are the covering all the things, all the other structures like bone, vessels, and then they are going to help in the movement and support. Likewise, same thing is given here also. Chira snayo asti parvani sandeha sarir nam ACP samvrit anyatra balvanti bhavanteya. Since Chira snayu asti sandhi of body are covered by PC, so they are more strong and feel supported. This means PC is responsible to provide support, protection while covering them. So here in this particular sloka, movement wise function is not described, but they have described the function of PC as a whole, which is going to give the support and give to the protection to the all the inner structures of our body. Now, one more sloka is Masa Sarir Pushtim Medascha Mas Pesio Balaya Sur Ashtambhe Dehi Nam Prasaran Akunchne or Anga Nam Kandra Mata. These sloka are taken from the second one is taken from Sarandhar, and this describe more about the functional basis of pesi, that is movement. The mass pesi are important for bulk and build of the body. This is from the first small sloka. Second part, prasaran, akunchanative extension and flexion of body parts are possible by the action of kandra, and kandra here actually taken as a pesi only. So mass pesi upalaya Siur Ashtambhe Dehinam means the mass pesi are going to give the bullet to the body, and then whatever of them are just like elongated version, they are going to help in the prasaran and akuncham, that is extension and flexion of the body parts. Development of PC. So development of PC is said like this, that during development the vayu along with pitta forms srotas, as well as similarly it enters into the mass dhatu, it changes or divides it into PC. So it is basically vayu which is going to divide the piece of mass into the different types of PC. You see the sloka, यथार्थ ऊष्मणा युक्त वायु स्मृतांसि दार्येत अनुप्रवस्य पिश्यंतम PC विभजिते तथा. First they have just help in taken the comparison that as the vayu is going to form the srotas, same vayu when goes inside the big piece of masa, it divides it into the smaller pieces with some specific shape and size, it will be known as pesi. Taranthar is also given something. Pesitam anupravesya pesi vivajite anila. Here the vayu is the main thing which is going to form the pesi from mass. Then there are types. Types here are given on different basis, though they are not defined in very broad manner, but only the names are given. So you can see this look at Tasam, Bahanam, Pelam, Sthul, Anu, Prathu, Vritra, Hasra, Dirgha, Sthir, Mridu, Sulakshan, Karkasa, Bhava. संदेह अस्थि शिरा स्नायु प्रतिक्षिप्तका यथा प्रदेशम स्वभावतः एव भवन्ति. The second part is more important. It says as the function of PC is to cover sandhi asti shira snayu. So whatever is the need, as per the need, the size and shape of the PC can be defined, or it is formed like this only. The second point describes us very typically that as per the requirement there is the types of the PC, and then in the first part they have given certain types here. So what we are going to do, we are going to learn the names. They are actually 12 in number, though they are not counted directly in classical terms, but we can count simply. And then in second slide, as you can see, we will discuss it with some modern correlations also. So here you can see as the basic function of PC is to cover asthi, sandhi, shira, snayu for the build protection as well as for movement. The shape of PC also depends on them, and as the requirement, the shape is acquired accordingly. So Avtar Evavanti is a very important term, and sometimes we may be asked in the exams also for which particular type of a structure this has been defined. So this is for PC. On the basis of shape in and different other parts, it can be classified into 12 types. So here I have given you some modern examples also, but remember these are not given by Sanskrit or any classical term. They are given by D.G. Thatte sir. So one example I have given here, but you can find many more. Just for helping how the things are going to look like, I have given one example here. So Bahla, which means huge or large, example can be taken as lattice or short size. Pela means scanty, plantaris. Sthul means thick, like gluteus group of muscles. And Anu, thin, platysma. Prithu, flat, occipito frontalis. Breath, round, like diaphragm. Harsh, sound, like adductor brevis. Dirgha, long, sartorius. Sthiram, hard, coccygeus. Mridu, soft, like cardiac muscles. Sulakshan, smooth, like intrinsic muscles of the eye. Kapch, rough, that is lumbrical. So remember again, I am telling you this is not given by any classical text. These are given by some modern times Ayurveda authors like Dr. D.G. Thatte. There can be many more examples in different books. So whatever you want to follow, you can follow. These are the easiest one. Then comes the enumeration of the PC. So simply we have to remember there are 500 like Panch PC Satani Bhuvanti, there are 500 in total. Then as per basis of Sadang Sarir, there are some divisions also. Like in Sakha, there are 400. So in one Sakha, it will be 100 into 4 equals 400. Then in trunk region, that is Madhya Sarir or Antaradhi, it is 66. Neck and above, there is 34. A very specific description he has given for the Stri Sarir actually, that 20 more muscles are present here. Stri Rahantu Visanti Adhika. This is very important slow. Many times it comes in the exam, and you have to remember the description also, which we are going to see in the later part of lecture. Remember, normally it is 500, but specifically in the female it is 520. Now, sometimes in the MCQs and in the exam, the number is also asked about the muscles. So we have prepared some charts here, like Path Ankul, it is 3 in 1 to 3 into 5 plus 15. In total 4 leaves, it becomes 16 number. And Prapath, it is 10, so in 4 becomes 40. Purchi 10, Gulfatala 10. Between Janu and Gulf 20, this is very important. Many times in MCQ the question is came. In Janu specifically it is only 5. Guru Pradesh it is 20. Madhya Pradesh it is 10. So in one limb it becomes 100. In total 4 limbs it is going to become 400. So between Janu and Gulfa, Janu you have to specifically remember, and Pangshan there are 10 muscles. Then come Koshtakata, or you can say Madhya or Antaradhi or trunk region. So Kudwar, there are 3 muscles, Mitra 1, Steveni 1, Prakshan 2, Nitam 5 to equal 10, Asti seeds 2, Udar 5, Navi 1, Prishtabhag 5 into 2 equal 10, Parts 6, Akshar 7, Thorax or Ura 10, Hriday Amasya 2, Yakrit Pliya 6. The last 3 are very important, that is in Ura 10, Hriday Amasya 2, Yakrit Pliya 6. Many times this question is came in MCQ, so total becomes 66. Next comes Siro Girva Gata, that is head and neck region. Then Griva region, there are four. Hanvo, that is for mastication. It is 8. Kakla, it is 1. Talu, it is 2. Jiva, 1. Netra, 2. Ost, 2. Cheeks, 4. Karn, 2. Lalat, 4. Sira, 1. And total becomes 34. So here also you can see some numbers are specific which are not comparable with the modern terms. Okay. So you have to remember these numbers separately for Ayurveda questions. Now next comes the exceptional point or the more important one. It is the extra 20 muscles which are present in the female. So it is description is like this. In each isthmus, that is mammary gland, there are five. So 5 into 2 becomes 10. Apathipa, that is vaginal tract, it is 4 in number. Garbhasith Sansritam, that is os, it is 3 in number. And Sukra Artha Praveshni, that is can be comparable to the fallopian tube, it is 3. The total becomes 20. Some controversy is there with the modern terms, so I am not giving any terms here. So when you go in the third year with the gynae classes and ops classes, they will teach you the different cases, then what the authors has thought about the Apatipath, Garbhachetra and Suprartha Praveshni. There are many views, especially Premati Tiwari Madam view and some other authors view are also there. As per one commentary of Gaidas, he has said that as the number here increases, so this particular things that should be missing in the male part. So he has done that. He has subtracted some muscles from 500 also. But this particular part is not taken by the Susut himself. So I am not writing it here, but I am telling it because it may come for some PG exams like this. So if you see some commentaries of the Dalhan or Nya Chandrika written by Gaidas, you can find some other views also. So this was the very small topic which is important also for the 4 marks question or 2 marks question. And but for the PG exam, it is very important, especially the enumerations of the muscles and the types of the muscles. Remember, types of muscle here is given 12, but basically they have said that it can have many more types just as per the requirement. Okay, so that's all for this topic. Namaskar.